Welcome to a brand new podcast, and this is the Oracle 19, and my name is Greatness. I'd like to thank you guys for supporting the machine, just passing the information, the ones that are. Again, thank you. Again, I'd like to give a shout out for a new country that has been checking me out, Morocco. Give you the listing right now. Switzerland, Ireland, Croatia, Netherlands, Dominican Republic, Sweden, Trinidad, Tobago, South Africa, USA, Canada, Germany, United Kingdom, Philippines, Iran, Italy, Ukraine, Nigeria, Haiti, Singapore, Sri Lanka, Poland, Australia, Ghana, Barbados, Namibia, Mexico, India, Japan, Norway, Malaysia, New Zealand, Spain, Kenya, Romania, Colombia, Denmark, Egypt, Hungary, Bolivia, Hong Kong, and again, Morocco. Thank you. And let's share my information worldwide and continue to train, build up the social media platform that it needs to be. Now you can shop online to our baby shopping mall, which is www.evolutionoflondon.com. We have a whole wide range of different products: men's, kids, ladies' clothes, jewelry, posters, cologne, perfume, and much more. That's www.evolutionoflondon.com. Also, www.evolutionoflondon.org. We have custom clothes, accessories, digital products, personal as well as business use, or personal clothes. Digital products for personal as well as business use. The ebooks on that. So definitely check that out as well. EVOLUTIONOFLONDON.store, STORE. You will find from DVDs, lotions, soaps. So definitely support EVOLUTIONOFLONDON.store. We have different links to other affiliates. That's linktree.com/evolutionoflondon. There you'll find different links to our affiliates, so definitely support that. And we do have a Patreon channel in which we have videos that's not posted on YouTube. So that's our Patreon channel. So patreon.com/evolutionoflondon. You'll find digital artwork and consulting services as well. And we on rumble.com. So you go to that platform and type in the Oracle 19, and you'll find shows that's there as well. So definitely support that. Check out the company Royalty 9 International. They make homemade candles, 100% soy wax candles, 12-ounce jars, from scented to unscented. Now the scented candles is from frankincense, myrrh, jasmine, sandalwood, rose, vanilla, eucalyptus, and much, much more. So you can place your order, royalty9international@gmail.com, or you can check out their website, www.royalty9international.com. So you have options, of course. And they have a social media platform. You can find them on TikTok and Instagram, Royalty 9 International. So definitely support that. I need you guys to check out Mr. Will, he's been a fitness consultant for over 15 years, so if you want to book a consultation, email him at healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com. That's healthfitnessconsultant1@gmail.com, and support his merchandise. It's www.wjaaccessories.org. Again, that's www.wjaaccessories.org for custom clothes, accessories, digital products as well. DJ Panthro, the international DJ. You can check him on social media, TikTok, as well as Instagram and YouTube. Just type in DJ Panthro 519. That's DJ Panthro, PANTHRO 519@gmail.com. And you can find him on TikTok, Instagram, as well as YouTube. So definitely like, subscribe, and share on his platform. Music. Cheap Limousine channel have a whole wide range of different beats. So once you go to his YouTube channel, you'll find all different types of beats. So definitely support that. Like, subscribe, and share to Cheap Limousine channel on YouTube. And once you go to his platform on YouTube, you will see other social media links. So like, subscribe, and share. And continue to train on YouTube, the Greatness 19 channel. That's our educational channel to open up your third eye. So I need your guys to like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel. We have over 520 shows / videos. So definitely like, subscribe, and share. And finally, Mr. Evolution of London. That's our health and wellness channel. We're going to be putting more videos on health and wellness. So definitely like, subscribe, share to Mr. Evolution of London. The Finishing Group. The Finishing Group is a company that helps. They do all different types of renovation, and they could definitely assist you with that, from kitchen cabinets, spray painting, refacing countertops, kitchen renovation, bathroom renovation, plastering, flooring, interior or exterior painting. So they definitely can assist you in your needs of renovation. So you can contact Sam. That's 647-783-3430. And you can email stainingbricks@gmail.com. That's staining, STAINING, bricks, BRICKS @gmail.com. So the refinishing group for your everyday house needs. Africans supporting Africans. They are professional teaching, where they have professional teachers from all over the world. Their goal is to provide assistance for online tutoring. And you can find them on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, online tutoring service. And you can email them at info@asa-corp.org. And their website is www.tutors4u.org, or you can check out www.asa-corp.org. The address is 2780 East Fowler Avenue, that's FOWLER, Suite 2028, Tampa, Florida, 33612. And again, that's Africans Supporting Africans Corp. Now the Oracle 19 is on all major platforms. We're on iHeartRadio, Google, Apple, Spotify, Anchor.fm. Now is Spotify for podcasters and Amazon Music, just to name a few. Anything that I haven't mentioned would be in the description box of the Oracle 19 podcast, description box, the Greatness 19 channel, Mr. Evolution of London. Those is on YouTube. You can find information in the description boxes of those platforms. Rumble.com. You just type in the Oracle 19, information there. And finally, www.oracle19radio.com. I believe I pretty much covered everything, the business aspect of things. So today, as always, I give my perspective of different topics. Some things might be triggering, sensitive, but I have to, I will, and I shall. Black men is treated like stray dogs. Black men treated like stray dogs? True or false? And again, I know people are like, here we go again. Well, again, it is a reality. And again, I always touch on a whole wide range of different topics. So if you look at my history of information, I'm very random. But this right here just made me talk about it. Are black men treated like stray dogs? What do I mean? Well, it's what it is. Stray dogs is treated better than black men in today's society. Right or wrong, up and down, a lot of times is our fault as black men. A lot of things is our fault because what we didn't establish as black men as well. Other races listen to the show, you're going to fall back and just listen. You see, I'm not even going to touch so much of the slavery times, but it is a reality. But we're going to deal with now. See, because black men are handicapped per se. Now, what I mean by that is not to say that they can't go out and work and can't go out to be a better them. That's clear. Black men can go out and strive and be the best that can be. But I mentioned this, and I actually got this a little bit from Chris Rock back in the mid-90s in one of his comedy specials. You see, with white people, the sky's the limit. Black people, the limit is the sky. Now, what do I mean by that? People of other races immediately will say, oh yeah, I'm limited this because I can't do dust and soul. Especially you say white people will say that, affirmative action and dust and soul. Here's the thing. Here's the reality. In North America and European nations, who is in control? Who is the face of these major corporations? The CEOs from Pfizer and Johnson & Johnson and within government. It's white men, old white men to be specific. So people always going to hire their own indirectly. Here, that's the cold reality. They might implement, black people, black men or whatever in certain positions, and you might even say, yeah, look at the athletes today. They able to do thus and so. They multimillionaires. Look at LeBron James, and you might give me all of these stories. Fine, fantastic. It's legitimate. But it's still a limitation indirectly. And it's true. Now, you will say, what do you mean? Because behind closed doors, indirectly, you can see within the system, systematic racism. Black men could be in certain positions to make millions of dollars, but they will never be on top of the food chain. They will never be, as a whole, will be presidents and CEOs. You could say even, oh yeah, there was a black president. But behind closed doors, he was a puppet. Now you would say, oh no, that's not true. If that black man that was president of the USA was a radical black man, he wouldn't have been in office. Let's be for real. He had to fit a criteria. My question from me to you, are presidents selected or elected? Behind closed doors, are presidents selected or elected? You might, in your mind, other races, you might say, oh, they elected because the system, voting and stuff. Do you really think the voting, your vote, really count on a presidential level? Now, I am going to pivot back to the topic I'm talking about, but I'm just giving you the whole circle of things because I know a lot of you individuals is not going to understand what I'm talking about and disagree. I get it, not a problem. But there's still a limitation. But I'm not mad over it. I just know the game that I'm playing. I know the reality. And I know what I have to aspire for. And I'm saying this for black men because you got to know the playing field. I give you a better illustration. It's like if you are a sports fan, baseball, football, whatever. But in this case, I'm a sports fan. I like baseball. Let's say, for example, this is Yankee Stadium. And you are the visiting team. You already come up to the plate. You don't get a chance for the first inning to the 8th inning. You immediately come up to the plate. Is the 9th inning. You behind already. 2 runs or 1 run. The team, or you already have 2 strikes on you. You only get an opportunity for 1 pitch to knock it out of the ballpark. And it's a must that you knock it out of the ballpark for you to win the game. You're not given a chance where you're going through from the first inning all the way to the 8th inning. You dive right into the 9th inning, only 1 chance. And if you miss it, the game is over. Now, I know a lot of you individuals are not sports fans, but the illustration with this, as in life, black men, when they get into the system of white supremacy that they're already in, you only get few opportunities to be successful, where other races have a little bit more multiple options. Especially if you're white, you have multiple options. You have more options because of your whiteness. Now, you might say, well, I came from the trailer park and my mama, my daddy was poor, and you talking as a white person. I didn't have the opportunities. That is you. That is you as an individual. But collectively in the system of white supremacy, Your whiteness still have the advantage over me because of your whiteness. Don't bring up the affirmative action stuff like that, because that's just put out there, but behind closed doors. The indirectness within society, you have the options more so than I do because of your whiteness. You'll be looked upon as not as a criminal or not as a degenerate if you match a white man and a black man, same height, same education, and you, as white society will say, and vote. Who is the criminal between us? And automatically you will pivot and say, me. Now, you might also say, well, the stats and this and that and all this. A lot of times the stats in the U.S. Census that is put out here of blacks being the lowest of low and all of this other stuff is really nonsense, really. And that's another thing, because you look at certain narratives within the black community, which is not all, and then the media, which is white, take it, shape it up, and make it seem like black men are the worst of worst everywhere worldwide. Now, I'm going to pull it back together, because you're going to say, what does Mr. Greatness have anything to do? Are black men treated like stray dogs? Don't worry, walk with me. I'm going to get there. Just painting the picture, just starting off, just warming up. So, again, we as black men know what it is, the real black men. Now, you'll find negativity in all races. You find degeneracy in all races, make no mistake about it. But our crimes, our degeneracy is more magnified within the media, who is governed by white society, is more magnified than any other race or sub-race. Because you find degenerate Asians, they live in, you go in China, you have the worst of worst criminals there. You have the worst of worst ghettos in China, in India, and many parts of the world, far worse than America. But that's not talked about. You have degeneracy all over the planet for different, in Europe, in Italy, in France. You have white people that live and act like savages, far worse than black people, black men in America, but it's not talked about. It's magnified when black men is acting or living a certain way. You'll see it all over CNN, which is world news. It travels, but you won't find white degenerates shown on a grand scale from European nations. You won't see the ghettos, how white people in the ghettos live in Germany. And I mentioned France and Italy, just to name a few. It's not shown all over the world on a constant basis. You know about how the worst of worst black people live in North America, far greater than European nations. Matter of fact, I even say in the USA, you got trailer trash in the United States. White people live horrible in the Midwest, in the South, in Canada. But it's not magnified like how black men are living in the USA, in the cities. That's just fact. You can't debate that. You might try to debate that, but these is the indirect systematic racism that is put out there to show. This is why all races look at the black man even if he's a doctor, lawyer, engineer, still will look at him as a degenerate, still will talk to him in the slick way. So are black men treated like stray dogs? What say you? So this is a reality, and I'm not here for other races to cry and sympathize and be empathetic with the black man's plight, because it's a reality. You black men, you don't sit and say, woe is me, and expect other races to have sympathy, because collectively they have no sympathy for you black men. This is the cold reality. This is what I mean by the game that you are playing. This is the analogy that I'm talking about, like if you was playing baseball. You're already handicapped before you get up to the plate. Now you're starting to understand. I'm bringing it all back now. You already come into the ballpark handicapped, handcuffed. You don't have the opportunity to hit the baseball with a baseball bat. You gotta hold the bat on your neck type of thing and swing with your head neck type of action. Now I know I'm being a little bit over the top, but the analogy still stands. Is you already handicapped before given an opportunity. A true opportunity to be labeled as not a savage, indirectly or directly. So again, for you black men, it's not about woe is me and you looking for sympathy. I don't need the white man's sympathy or any other race's sympathy. If you want, fine, but this is just a moment just to explain that this is what it is. But within this handicap, black men are still strong, still fighting, the real black men. Because again, there's a mental war. When I leave my house, it's war. It's war. What do I mean by that? It's basically a mental battle. Because you don't know what is going to be said to you, what sarcastic remarks by any other race, directly or indirectly. See, black men have to deal with this far worse than the black woman. Because the name of the game is you cut off the head and the body will follow. You find it within war throughout the centuries. When countries dominate, other countries take over, they kill the men. Literally. Now you have the wife and children and you can govern that nation. Because now the power source is gone. The man. You might not believe that, you might not accept that. Ladies, especially because in this world that we live in, women would say, I'm first, or this is 50-50, or I can bust my guns and all of this other foolishness, and I'm just strong in all of this. But in reality, in natural law, this is how war works. And not only physical war, mental war. Because if you could break down the man of a particular race and turn it around or have the woman of that race have hate for that man, then you already defeated that community. Mental war is everything. So this is, you don't have to do things on the physical anymore. Mentally, you can destroy a nation by pumping in propaganda, aka through the media, which is governed by what race? Collectively, white. Am I lying with this? Am I over the top? You tell me. North America, who in the media, who owns the media as a whole in North America, European nations? White. So they could spin the narrative, which they do indirectly all the time. So collectively, a black man is already handcuffed. Collectively. Do not have he's not respected by, we're not talking about the degenerates here, degenerates of the black society. We're talking about the real black men out here. Here's the reality of what the real black men have to go through. You're not respected by your own woman collectively. You're not respected by your children collectively. We're not talking about because of case by case. We're just talking about that's why I say real black men. We're not talking about the degenerates of society. Because like I told you, there's degenerates in all races. But we're talking about the real black men that are, for the term, handling their business, being upright, stand-up men. When you walk out your door, collectively, you're not respected by your own woman, your children, and even your own. So that's why I mentioned, are black men treated like stray dogs? This is the reality. This is what they have to go through. You're already handicapped when you're walking out your door. And this is what you have to go through. That's just within your own community. When you start walking around, you're not respected by any other race. Asians, Indians, any other sub-races. This is a reality. And I'm not looking again for anybody's sympathy. I'm just saying this is the reality. And then we already know how white society as a whole feel about the black man. Look, a dog on the street have more laws, have more empathy, or by society is more, people have more sympathy for a dog in the street than a black man. You will say, how? Why? Well, let you do something to a stray dog in the streets and see how white society collectively gets in an uproar. Ask Michael Vick, the football player, when it was, they say, a dog ring, and it was held in his house, and again, I'm not going to get into all of that, but being that that was his house where it occurred, he had to take the fall, and he got years for that because of the dog situation. But my point I'm bringing out is dogs have more rights, or I should say dogs are treated with more sympathy than a black man collectively within society. This is a reality. And I'm not even going back in time in slavery, because you would be like, oh boy, here we go again. No, I'm talking in real time now. The treatment of black men. This is what it is. Are black men treated like stray dogs? And indirectly, you'll find this at the job, and walking down the street. You could be a regular, real man in certain cities, real black man walking the street, in the elevator or at the store. Automatically, everybody is looking at you like you're going to steal and all of this other stuff. You could be in a suit and tie, and you still being mistreated. People cannot phantom of you being a doctor or a lawyer. It's more believable if you consider a drug dealer, a thug, or a rapper, or whatever. That's always believable. But it's hard for society to really come in their head that you are a professional. Even to this day, you get people, if you say you are a lawyer, really? Seriously? What law school you been to? If you say, really? Wow. But if you get a white man or any other race, would you go through all of that? Really? Seriously? But that's how it is. You always questioned about you being a somebody. That if you say you're black, if you're a black man, have no children, people look at you, what? Really? You got black men that don't have any children. Seriously? You must have some children. You must have some children somewhere. I know you do. You're black. You must have some children somewhere. Yeah, you just playing. Yeah, you just playing. You live where? Really? It's expensive over there. How you make it? I can't believe that. What? Where you work again? Oh, wow. But if it's an Asian or Indian, would you go through all of that and say, really? I don't believe it. So are black men treated like stray dogs? It's my question from me to you. And this is what real black men have to go through on a daily basis, mentally. In the same token, your own is trying to destroy you from within, because we've been brainwashed systematically. We've been brainwashed where white is right. And that's been brainwashed generation after generation. And anything a black man say is, you have to put a question mark on it. Where other races is believable. That's mental propaganda. And what you will see even with more propaganda, commercials and TV, healthy relationships the best relationships is not with black man, black woman. The healthy relationships is a white man and a black woman. That's considered a healthy relationship. And they show it within the media. And if they show black on black families, they show a black man either feminine or submissive to his woman. She's the boss. She's the thinker. And they will put that within the propaganda machine, which is TV commercials, movies, TV shows. And they start young, put it in kids shows, showing a black man indecisive, clueless, stupid. And the woman have to be the star of the show. So that puts in the brain of a young black boy and young black girl that the man is incompetent. Heck, they show in North America nowadays that men is incompetent in general, but we talk about black men here. This is what it is within society. So, black men, you have to know the game that you in. And you already at a mental disadvantage. So how can you swerve around it? Is you got to work 3 times harder than any other race to put yourself in a position to survive. And it's taxing. I know. Other men have to put themselves in a situation, but not like you. You have to work ultra hard. And many of you black men, I know, not going to make it, don't make it, fall under the wayside. That's all put out there systematically to break you down. But this is why it goes right back to what I was saying. Well, I mentioned this about men in previous shows, but I target black men with this. Multiple options you must have. Because see, on the job, is built by white corporations, white corporate America or white North America is built for a system that is, here's the reality, it's owned by old white men. That's the pecking order. Old rich white men followed by the white woman. And then you have other races of men and women. And then you have your woman, which is over you, because they will say hiring a woman and she's black, that kills 2 birds with 1 stone per se. And then there's you at the bottom. This is indirect system. Now, this is not outright because through the pecking order, it's illegal to have it like that, obviously. But indirectly, if you look at the job, the setup of corporate America or corporate North America, you see it as such. It's called tokenism. Tokenism. This is a reality. This is an indirect reality. And a lot of other races wouldn't say, no, it can't, no. Look at the system. Look at the setup. Look at the corporations. Look at the demographics within the corporations, and you will see. In, let's say, office jobs, collectively, office jobs. You have the through corporate, who's the boss, old white men collectively, but in the offices is ran by a lot of white women collectively. In the mid-range jobs, office management, supervisors, you find white women. A lot of white women sprinkled throughout the offices, and then you have a few white men, a couple of other races, and then you have one or two black women, and then you have one of you black men. Collectively, look at the jobs that you work. Think about where you work and just see the setup. Whole bunch of white women there. But govern that, who owns the major corporations is old white men. Look at the major companies all over the world. Or I say North America and European nations. Let's just go with that. Collectively. Don't give me about individuals at your job. Just think of collectively. But bringing it back to the black man's plight. This is the reality. This is what you're working with. So you have to have multiple options, black man. You have to work extra hard, I should say, to perform at a high level. You have to utilize your skills until you're totally away from the corporate America or corporate North America. And you're going to be labeled as such. This is what it is. This is the society that you live in. So I know a lot of mental illness is real because it taxes you mentally. It's taxing. I get it, black men. It's taxing. When you walk out your door and automatically you labeled, as such. And people wonder how you survive all these people, all these centuries. Being physically abused, mentally abused. Your family is fractured. Your money is fractured. Your housing quarters is fractured. What do I mean by this? Is you're going through the struggles of life, physically, financially, emotionally, etc. And the system is built for you to lose. That's why you have family court. It's directly to systematically destroy you. Because once they put a bug in your woman's ear to go out, seek out, and destroy you, she's been programmed to do that, and she'll seek out to destroy you at all costs. That's just how it goes. This is the game that you are in. So what can you do, black man, since you are treated like lower than a stray dog? Because again, my personal opinion, you treated worse than a stray dog. That means you have to strap up your boots tighter. You have to buckle down harder. A lot of times less sleep to put yourself in the best position that you can be. And yes, I know it is hard. You're not the only one that is going through it. Black men, real black men. I'm in the trenches with you as well. It's not easy for me as well. I have to dig in deeper, work harder, less sleep. Listen, I had to go through a lot of situations, a lot of casualties of war. Believe me, it's just what it is. A lot of collateral damage. Casualties of war. And what do I mean by that? You know, you have to go through a lot of disappointments, family, friends, and foe. That's just how it goes. And still going through it. And then you still got to maintain your health, your mental health and physical health while you're going through this. But this is just how it goes. This is just how it goes. The sands of life. That's what it is. The sands of life will make you either two things: weaker or stronger. This is why you got to know you are the king. And you got to wonder why. Why is it that other races have so much indirect hate for the black man? Collectively. We're not talking about individuals. We're not talking about individual Asians, individual Indians, individual white people. We're not talking about you. You might not have the problem, but collectively your brethren do. Why would they? Why so much hatred towards the black man collectively, or negative feedback about the black man collectively? Is it because you think you know in reality he was once king of the land? Or is it once that you felt, you know, in the back of your mind he was once men of all men? Is it that you felt or feel that he was the chosen or is the chosen one? Is that in your psyche? Is that in the back of your mind? Because for all races that have so much indirect hatred, what is it about me that you have so much hatred? Is it because you feel I was once superior over you? You tell me. What say you? I don't know. You tell me. Why is it that? That's my question from me to you. So, these is questions you have to look within yourself, other races, and be honest with yourself, not me. So are black men treated like stray dogs? Or I can even say worse, are black men treated worse than stray dogs? You tell me. So like, subscribe, and share to the Greatness 19 channel, the Oracle 19 podcast, Mr. Evolution of London. Pass this information worldwide, if you dare. Just a moment to reflect. Something to think about. Again, I'm very random. I talk about a lot of different topics. You might not like it, might not make you feel good, but just something to think about. But black men, it's no time to cry and look for sympathy. Only your own real black men should sympathize with you, and will, because they're going through it. But I don't expect other races to understand it nor care about it. It is what it is. And I'm not even expecting it. I'm not even expecting it, believe me. This is just the game that is out here, and this is the reality that is out here, and only the real black men will understand it. Other races not going to understand it, nor do they care. Matter of fact, it is what it is. So what say you? Thank you for listening.